Hello, babes. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, welcome. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the 2000s classic rom-com, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. It's one of my absolute favorite films and truly such a feel-good watch. Fun fact, the movie is actually based on a book, which I recently found out. So let's get into it. Welcome to Iconically Iconic. Drama. So the film opens up with Andie, who works at magazine publication Composure. Sidebar: Kate Hudson shadowed Anna Wintour to prepare for this role. Andie is growing tired of her role and wants to branch out into serious journalism, covering politics and global issues. And while I adore this movie, I've always found that part a little strange. Like, Andie girl, why continue working at a fashion magazine if your passion is reporting on hard-hitting topics? Why would a fashion magazine and things that talks about how-tos, gossip, and all of those things pivot to include those stories in the first place? For so many women, lifestyle and fashion magazines are meant to be an escape. They're looking for lightness, inspiration, and a break from that heaviness of the world, not a reminder of doom and gloom while flipping through outfit ideas. It actually reminds me of Andie in The Devil Wears Prada, and yes, they both even share the same name, which is funny in itself. But at least that Andie took the job as a stepping stone to further her journalism career. Andie in this film, on the other hand, actively pursued a career at Composure. Print magazines and things like that were actually a big deal. So you work at places like this to get your foot in the door to start working maybe somewhere else. But I didn't get that with Andie. I think maybe she got tired of writing about stories like this, but I don't think that that was something that she actually wanted to pursue in the first place. Now, granted, people are allowed to grow, evolve, and change their interests, but at the same time, you can't really demand that a company overhaul its entire identity when it was built to serve a specific customer base and demographic. So Andie's friend Michelle, who has a habit of getting overly attached and clingy to men within just a few days, isn't at work. The girls immediately know that something's up, and more than likely it's guy related. Sure enough, Michelle spills everything she did and can't understand why the guy pulled away.
Week and a half, and then all of a sudden it's over, and I am mystified. Seriously, I am mystified because it always starts out so well. Oh, Mike and I had such a connection. The first time that we had sex, it was so beautiful. I cried. You cried? It was really emotional. I even told him that I loved him. After how many days? 5, 2.
Honestly speaking, Michelle, baby, you were doing too much. Overly clingy behavior can definitely come across as scary and even a red flag. If you're telling someone you love them after only a few days, blowing up their phone with multiple calls and leaving countless voicemails, that's not normal or healthy behavior. People who form obsessive attachments that quickly often end up being extremely jealous and possessive, and that is not a good foundation for any relationship. When they return to the office, Michelle is encouraged to write an article about her love life, which of course she doesn't, and why would she? I mean, she literally is talking about how she just had this heartbreak, and you want her to write about it? No thank you. So Andie steps in and offers to do it, but only if she gets the freedom to write whatever she wants afterward. Her editor agrees, and that's when Andie pitches the idea of writing about all the mistakes women make early in a relationship, things that drive men away.
All due respect, Lori has no business mucking around in my personal life, and I can't let her.
I'll do it.
What?
I'll sort of do it. So, I was thinking that I could start by dating a guy and then drive him away, but only using the classic mistakes most women, like Michelle, make all the time.
The catch? She has to test her theory on a real guy and document the entire experience. So we have Benjamin on the other side. Benjamin works at an advertising firm and he really wants to handle the diamond account. He's persistent about it, but his boss hesitates. Side note, I had such a crush on Matthew McConaughey when I was younger. I had no business having a crush on this man at such a young age. It's so crazy because they originally weren't even going to choose him. He was 32 at the time and they thought he was too old to star opposite a then 23-year-old Kate Hudson. But honestly, I don't think anyone cared about that. Him, Brad Pitt, Freddie Prinze Jr. and Johnny Depp. Just gorgeous, beautiful men.
Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
Especially in the 90s. Ben wagers he can make a woman fall in love with him in 10 days, but his co-workers pick Andie as his target, not realizing she's working her own scheme, and they pick her for that very reason.
Make a woman fall in love with diamonds, Benjamin? Or with you?
Either one.
That's cocky, Ben.
No, not cocky. Confident.
I'd like to see you prove that.
Andie approaches Ben at a bar, choosing him as her test subject. Ben, thinking it's fate, picks her too.
Hi,
Hi.
Andy Anderson.
Benjamin Barry.
The first day of meeting each other, sparks fly. They're actually attracted to one another, but both are scheming for different reasons, trying to get what they want from their job, which honestly shows how much they have in common from the very beginning. After that initial meeting, the 10-day romantic experiment begins, with both hiding their true intentions.
You are already falling in love with me.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead.
After the first day, Andie forgets her bag at his place and has Nick's tickets, but it's really just a trap and he fell for it. From there, my girl flips the switch. She turns off the cool, laid-back Andie he first met and transforms into the overly clingy girlfriend, employing every single stereotype you can think of. She literally made that man miss half the game, and actually the whole game. Ben was so pissed. Andie starts acting like the crazy girlfriend to scare him off, but what she doesn't know is that it won't work because he's made his own bet to make her fall in love. Now Andie, she shows up to his job with that little dog and that dog wanted no parts of this nonsense.
And you're hurting Krell's feelings.
Krell, is it?
Krell the Warrior King.
Funny enough, that's also how Ben comes up with his diamond pitch, frosting.
It's got more ice than Liberace, don't you?
Oh, it's just a little frosting.
Frosting?
And when Andie pulled that Burberry shirt out of the bag for him, I hollered. They looked baby shower ready in those outfits. Ben was trying everything in his power to not show how over it he was, but he was over it.
I'm so tired, child. I'm so tired. I'm really tired.
A lot of the scenes in this movie were improvised too, like when Andie suddenly smothered Ben with kisses. Same girl, same. Kate, I feel you. That genuinely caught Matthew off guard.
Hey, Andy, it's good to see you too, sweetie.
We see each other. We see each other.
But Andie was just doing the absolute most. But after they missed that basketball game and the two have dinner because she has cried and said that she doesn't eat meat, which is also a lie, she calls his man parts Princess Sophia.
Does Princess Sophia come and play?
Who's Princess Sophia? No, hey, listen, you can't name my member Princess Sophia. It doesn't.
Yes, I can.
Let's name my member, all right? You gotta name it something hyper-masculine, okay? Something like a Spike, a Butch, a Kroll, the Warrior King, but not Princess Sophia.
What did she just say?
Kate was acting a fool this entire movie, and then she had the nerve to name the dog Kroll, the Warrior King, after this man. You know what? But I will say, this movie actually shows how some women and men act when they're just starting a relationship and it hasn't been solidified yet, and behavior like this will scare anyone off. I know for me, when I see people acting extremely clingy, it's an immediate turn off. There's expressing yourself and being loving, and then there are people who try to take ownership over you. That kind of behavior, especially with someone you've only known for a few days, is weird and slightly unhinged. Speaking from personal experience, I dated a guy like this once. I had to cut it off because he got mad at me for saying an actor was handsome. Excuse me?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Are you okay? That is a red flag. And I don't play with red flags. If I see one, it's a done deal. Things like that usually escalate. And I was taught by my father and the men in my life that when you see behavior like that, you don't wait it out or think it's cute and say, you know, this person may change and maybe that was a one-time thing. No, you cut it off right away because some people like to test boundaries and it only grows from there. Anyway, back to the film. Andie shows up to Ben's poker game, handing out vegetables to the men. Or she has already bombarded this man's bathroom with all of her feminine products. Ben is starting to lose it. This woman has called his mother. She's made a photo album of the two of them. Andie, are you okay? So after she causes all of this ruckus at the poker game, the two break up after she overhears him and his friends conversing about her nutty ways.
I love Fern! It's dead!
No, honey, it's just sleeping.
You let it die!
You're like a freaking one-woman circus, Andie.
So I guess this means we're over.
Yeah, I guess so.
Fine.
Fine.
Oh, finally.
Andie leaves and she believes she's won and the experiment is over. But no. Then he comes up with the idea for the two of them to go to therapy. First of all, it's too early for this, but okay, we'll play along because, you know, it's a movie.
What do you think about couples therapy?
Which, of course, isn't a real therapist. It's Michelle. They really put Ben through it. Like, this was so toxic. Then he decides to take Andie to meet his parents in Staten Island. That's when her guard comes down and she starts to actually fall for him. By the 8th and 9th day, they're both laughing, bonding, and genuinely connecting with one another.
A little give and a little go.
You look so cute. Here's your question. Chicks take this. Yeah.
Andie sees his real side and they both start catching feelings. Ben asks Andie to attend the company diamond ball with him. An Arbor girl shows up in that iconic yellow dress. Both of them are dressed to perfection and all eyes are on them. They clearly complement each other and their chemistry is undeniable. The gown that Kate wears in this movie was created by German designer Dina Barel and was meant to highlight the massive 80-carat Harry Winston pendant necklace that later sold for $5 million. But while they're enjoying themselves, that's when the truth comes out. Andie's editor reveals she's writing the article while Ben's co-workers reveal his bet. Both realize they've been played. This leads to the iconic scene, their huge argument in front of everyone at the gala, singing You're So Vain.
Burberry, you're so vain. Probably think this song is about you, don't you?
Kate Hudson actually got Carly Simon's approval for this scene. And even though Kate can sing in real life, she did a great job pretending she couldn't. Kind of like Brandy and Moesha singing He's a Player. With Marvin Hamlish on the keys, just iconic. What I always found funny is that the both of them were mad at each other when they were literally doing the exact same thing. Although Andie was going a little bit further with hers.
You shut up. My boyfriend over here is gonna come back and pummel your ass. He's huge.
I'm not looking to get in a fight with the guy, okay? He owes you an apology.
Their egos were hurt more than their hearts. Ben thought that she was genuinely falling for him, which boosted his ego because, you know, men love that. So when he found out she was playing him too, it bruised his pride. And Andie, the overachiever who usually gets what she wants, so she hated being outplayed. They're both vain, and that song applies to the both of them.
That's what I was, huh? I was a guinea pig. Somebody you can test your theories on?
Yeah, and I was just a girl somebody picked out in a bar.
Yeah, you know, it's a big deal. Hell, I'm sure now you can even use it as a little twist in your story.
It's a good idea.
In the end, Andie releases a heartfelt article and confesses she really did fall for Ben. She wasn't faking, her emotions were real. Well, at least at the end. We get the iconic taxi chase ending where Ben races after Andie as she leaves for her new job, stops the cab, and confesses his love in true rom-com fashion. Ugh, I love this movie so much. Can we please bring back feel-good rom-coms like this? Everything doesn't need to be heavy or deep. Sometimes we just want an escape. I am a sucker for rom-coms. Give me all the 90s, 2000s classic, or even romantic films from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I just love watching people fall in love. It's just such a beautiful thing. And it's definitely something missing from today's. Is this the best film ever created? No. But it's a classic, and I love how both Ben and Andie learned more about themselves after being with each other, even if it was for a few days. Sometimes you meet someone who shifts your perspective or changes how you see relationships, and sometimes you meet someone who is just like you, and that can be a good or a bad thing. And for me, this movie will always be a 10 out of 10. And with that being said, this video has come to an end. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Also, make sure your notification bells are turned on so that you always know when I upload. And I will catch you guys in the next one.